Paging Aitken Robertson to courtroom number 2. The jury is back with a verdict. Members of the jury, how do you find the accused? Guilty or not guilty?
Not guilty on all accounts, Your Honor.
Hi everyone, welcome back to Legally Speaking. Today we are talking about the financial and health costs of a DUI charge or conviction. Richard, we often think of DUI penalties like fines, losing your license, but what other costs can people expect?
Yes, Melanie, beyond the immediate penalties, a DUI conviction brings significant financial and emotional costs. For instance, even if someone isn't sentenced to jail, they'll likely face significant fines, including initial court fine and mandatory victim surcharge. Plus, if there's an accident, insurance premiums can go through the roof, sometimes doubling, tripling, or even more.
And then speaking of insurance, I understand that it doesn't just affect the premiums.
That's correct. If there's an accident and you're convicted, your insurance will not cover repairs to your own vehicle or any medical costs you have. For instance, if you needed ongoing rehab for a head injury, brain damage, rehab for leading to walking again, those are serious medical costs that could leave you financially responsible for hundreds of thousands of dollars if you didn't have coverage.
That does sound overwhelming. What about the costs related to complying with DUI penalties, like programs, equipment?
There's extra costs for these too. For instance, if you're convicted, you would have to complete the Back on Track program, which costs about $800 or $900. There's also the ignition interlock device, which is like a breathalyzer that's installed in your car. It costs about $200 or $300 to install, then maybe about $100 a month to maintain, depending on who the provider is.
And while they are unable to drive, people still need to get around, right?
Exactly. Losing your license can make getting to work or school a huge burden. You may have to rely on ride shares, taxis, or public transit, which can add up fast. Plus, taking public transit often takes much longer, sometimes doubling or tripling your commute time. That's exhausting, and for shift workers, it might be a logistical nightmare.
It's easy to see how this could add up to a lot of stress. And on the career side, can a DUI impact job opportunities?
It absolutely can. If driving is part of your job, you might face a demotion or even lose your job if you can no longer drive. And if you're applying for a job, a drinking and driving conviction on your record can make it much harder to compete with someone who has a clean record. That's an opportunity cost you can't easily measure in dollars.
And then there's the stigma that comes with the DUI, especially on social media. How can that impact someone's health?
The emotional and mental toll is often underestimated. Knowing that your conviction is public and may be seen by friends, family, or even future employers can lead to feelings of shame or guilt. For many people, it feels like their life is on hold. This stress can seriously impact mental health, and for those with families, it can strain relationships and even lead to marital problems or separation.
I imagine the restrictions on drinking could add up even more stress for people who may already struggle with an alcohol dependency.
For sure, if upon conviction you have to have the ignition interlock device installed in your car, it won't operate your car if you have any alcohol in your system. Now, having one beer is not going to put you at 80 milligrams or higher. It's not going to make you impaired, likely, but you can't operate that car. And maybe your dependency requires you to fix the need for alcohol in your system, and maybe the one beer is just enough. So while you may feel better after having the one beer, you're not going to be able to operate the vehicle. It won't work.
It sounds like a DUI conviction can really take a toll in ways that most people just don't expect.
That's right, Melanie. The emotional costs, stress, shame, strained relationships are often just as impactful as the financial ones. Plus, the record stays with you for years, making it a constant reminder. For some people, it's a burden that can impact every part of their health, their life, their career, and their personal relationships.
Well, thank you so much, Richard, for explaining that. And if you are facing a DUI charge, it's important to understand that the impacts go far beyond just the initial penalties. And having the right legal guidance can make a huge difference.
Absolutely. If you're facing a DUI charge, don't hesitate to reach out to an experienced lawyer who can help you navigate the process and minimize the impact on your life.
Thank you, Richard. This has been very helpful. And if you or anyone you know is facing a DUI charge, remember that these consequences are serious and it is important to get the right legal advice. Thank you for joining us today on the Aitken Robertson YouTube channel. So don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit the notification bell so you never miss another video. Until next time, stay informed, stay engaged, and take care. Thank you for tuning in to Legally Speaking, proudly brought to you by Aitken Robertson Criminal Defence. We represent clients facing criminal charges all over Ontario, providing you with legal support and dedicated advocacy. If you enjoyed this episode and want to see more content, please like and subscribe to our channel. For more information, visit our website. We also offer free books on various types of criminal charges, which you can request on our website or by using the QR codes on your screen now. For legal assistance, call us today or visit our website to request a meeting with one of our experienced lawyers or licensed paralegals. Thank you for watching, and we'll see you next time on Legally Speaking.